So I'm now driving around what appears to be the ring road around Viareggio, on the way south to in the direction of Pisa and Livorno. And I'm very pleased with the stand of the road. Of course it won't last very long, I'm well used to these things, but I've now been given a deadline. I just received an SMS stating arrival time in my destination at 1 o'clock. It's now 11:15, so obviously if I turn up late it wouldn't make much difference, but I think out of politeness I'm going to try and be there the same at 1 o'clock. And I think if I stick on the road like this, I'll make it. It's probably around 110 kilometers. I've got an hour and 3/4 to do it in. I'm now driving into Pisa. This wasn't the plan. I was on the bypass, but I thought it would be a bit silly to actually come here a second time and not see the Leaning Tower, and so I'll have a quick look for the Leaning Tower before clearing off. So I've just parked the car close to the what appears to be the centre of Pisa, and I can now say, in all honesty, that I've seen the Leaning Tower. This is the square in front of the city wall. I can see what appears on the left to be the cathedral, and I'm just walking in that general direction now. Oh, and there's the Leaning Tower. Oh, very impressive. And I think I came here last time and I missed it. In, I believe it was 1943, Rommel he came to Italy with Goering in an effort to support Mussolini after the fall of Africa. I hope I've got the timeline right here. And apparently Rommel was also in Pisa, and one of his adjutants suggested they went to see the Leaning Tower, and Rommel said, "How long's it been there?" And he said, "Well, it's been there X hundred years. It'll be there in a couple more years' time, and so we'll come and see it when the war's over." Of course, he never actually managed to see it because he died before the war ended. So I'm glad to see there's all sorts of people selling Italian products here. Cathedral and the town. So I'd understood that the tower was now closed to the public, but it seems to be there's people inside, and maybe there's not many. I remember as a child seeing on a television program that plans to stop it falling over completely. Obviously it's been leaning further and further over for many hundreds of years, but I remember that there was a plan then suggested to build a giant statue of its architect, whom I believe may have been Leonardo. I don't know, I could be wrong. And beside it, which is, as I stand here today, I see that as being totally ridiculous. And that was suggested 30 years ago. Anyway, there's plenty of people here trying to hold it up with their hands. And it's most impressive, this. I think I was very lucky the cars are close. However, in view of the time situation, I have now seen it, and I shall be coming back in another day. I see the visitors here, many of them are from Japan. We also see many people from Africa. I can only feel very sorry for many of these people brought here by criminal gangs who promise them all sorts, and in all honesty, what is the chance that they can sell many of these belts and other things and watches? They're stuck here and they can't go back. Not only that, most of these people would have been comparatively well off in the countries that they actually come from. Comparatively, obviously not a lot worse off than Europeans, but this is all, they would have paid for their trip here, and that's what's sad.
Cose normali, prima che ti assumano ci vorrà 2, 3, 4 anni. Però a volte un po' di fortuna può essere appunto una che viene licenziata, l'altra che se ne va.
After the journey I just made, it seems like an incredible oasis, this place. Being on the road, very few cars, and suddenly a great swarm of tourists, such as myself, of course. So this shows what there is here: the cathedral, the tower, and the other things in the Cathedral Square. Last look, fantastic, absolutely magnificent monument. So this is the Via Andrea where I parked my car. I was very fortunate to find this place, and well, let's find out how fortunate I was of the car still not broken into. I see other people don't leave things inside their cars, such as radios. Oh dear. Anyway, I was only gone for about 15 minutes. So as it turns out, I wasn't all that lucky about the car parking, because there was plenty of pair parking there in any case. But I thought I was lucky, and luck is in part being happy to think you're lucky, even though you may not have been particularly lucky. I hope this is the way. I don't know. I don't see any signs, but I hope this is the way out and to Florence. So I see a sign to Rome and I see a sign to Genoa. No sign to Florence. Now these walls are pretty magnificent. Oh yes, this is very, very nice. Oh, wonderful. We have a picture of the river. The walls